Click allow. It is Ron, and we are back. I am back. We are back with another video from the Critics Collective. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. This is 11 days in of this game. I just want to show the proof. This reset, so it's 10 days. So here's the first one. You can see the previous videos I started, and then this is from the beginning, and you can count that. That's where we're at in this game. I'm still learning how this game works, kind of what's about. Briefly, it's you're a sensei or principal or dean of a university or several university campuses or something, and you have students who fight crime and they help their community or something. I don't know what's happening there, but the bigger thing that happens there is you're starting relationships with these students. Now, the community's been great. I've met some pretty cool people in different discords or chats, and they've been pretty helpful, very helpful. And I feel like with this game, you don't see enough content creators talking about this game. So it's I'm kind of where I'm like, still learning how to play this game. But anyways, you have these relationships with these students. As you grow your relationship or your bond, this increases, and that bond increases in such a way where you're able to actually get different backgrounds for the characters, certain cosmetic things. But the most important, which is normal in a gacha game, is you get a boost for certain stats. A lot of times it's HP or attack. Most of the time it's attack. And that's how this game works. Now, like I said, it's very interesting art design. You have chibi, if I'm saying it correctly, where you have these characters that are these little small, I'll show you right here when I go in the cafe. But then you have the artwork that looks different, and you have the cutscenes that look the same as the artwork where I just showed you right there. And I don't know, to me, it kind of throws it off. It's like, hey, in a way, like pick one. I can see if you're slightly different, but yeah, you're going to see characters like this when you're doing the actual missions. But when you do the storyline, you're going to get the other characters that you're getting. So it's cool. I've seen it before in different anime. I've seen it. I think Disney does it as well with their shorts. They'll do certain stuff like that. So it's cool. It's just something different. I'm trying to learn the dailies. I think it does a really good job valuing your time, right? So this is the cafe, and if you're in the cafe, you're supposed to, check and see if they're good and who you have relationships with, and they might come by to visit. You can go ahead and visit other people and see what their cafe is all about. You get your currency or your energy here. So you get the currency like the credit card kind of points, and you also get your energy here that idles and does what it does, and you just pick it up throughout the day. For me personally, I like to wait till it's 100% and then pick it up. It's no different than solo leveling or the fountains on Cookie Run Kingdom, or Nikkei, Goddess of Victory, that has its own thing with the outpost defense. But anywho, this is someone else's setup, and you can see like you can really have fun and make it look cool. The outside patio right there, and this helps the comfort level, and the comfort level helps you make money. It helps you with the relationship with the girls. And it just maybe I'll get there one day. Maybe. I don't know. But that's just what it is. Let's go back to our cafe. Now, this game so far, the only gripe, I'm trying to, every gacha game, right? And gacha is not necessarily gambling, but it's close. It's you're allowed to walk on the carpet of certain areas, but you can't sit at certain tables unless you know what I mean, meet the requirement, pay the fee or your age, whatever. This game is strapped with the earnings. So I'll show you this right here. So like I said, this is the cafe. I'm not at 100% on this just yet. I let it ride until it's 100%, then I claim. But you're at the mercy of whatever energy that you have. If you don't have the energy, you can't do the missions. If you can't do the missions, then you can't level up. Now, mind you, I don't know what the full top level is. You can put in the comments what the full level of the game is, but right now I believe I'm in the 40s, which I'm not tooting my own horn, But from what I've seen in the comments and other stuff, some people are stuck in the game. I'm not stuck in the game. I kind of, how I play the game, like a game like this is, yeah, I'm level 44. So what I do is I go into the mission, the campaign, and then I go through it, and I only use material for that, I guess, that mission, mixed with whoever my top 10. And in the past videos, you'll see that I have top characters. And then once I have a top crew, then I go through it and try to 3-star it. I don't like to go back and do it. So I'll 3-star it, and I'll finish out a chapter until I can't 3-star it. So right here, I was like, maybe I should stop here, you know, and level up. But then I got greedy. And so I was just curious. I'm like, hey, could they finish out? How far could they go? And they stopped right about here before it was like, you know, I'm not getting this finished. Plus, I'm not even getting the 3 stars. I'm going to have to come back and redo this. So with that being said, I'm going to grind until I get to level, I think 50 I want to be at before I come back to these. And then I'll grind again and get to level 60 and then do the other things. That way I don't get stuck at a mission. That's just what it is, how I look at it. Because like a lot of these games are idle creep, AFK in a way, where it's like you're logging in for the bonuses. It's designed that way. You're playing daily using their energy or ways to sweep so that you can level up. And that's just what it is. The more time you spend in the game, eventually you'll get there. Don't rush it. And you don't have to pay for it. It's free. But it does have these, you know, the multi-sweeps where you can sit there and design them the way you want to for a certain material that you're looking for. If you're looking at a certain student, and what I did to pass the time is I look at these students. These students are all of age. Okay, they're all of age, not age of the character, age of me. Damn it, they're age of me. Okay, they just don't age. You know, they have a great skincare routine, and that's what helps me play this game. Everything's legal. HR is not knocking on my door. Mr. Ron, what's going on in here? But anyway, so you have these students here, and if you're looking for certain upgrades or whatnot, it does a really good job of showing you, hey, look, this is what you need. You click this button here, it's going to tell you where you can find this from. It can tell you the mission or events and the story that you can find it. And in some cases, it will even have where you can, doesn't have it on this one, of course it won't. But some of them even have it where it'll show you where you can do the sweep, the multi-sweep. It'll give you, there it goes. It gives you a multi-sweep, and it says, hey, look, if you're looking for this, hey, multi-sweep, and there you go, you find it. Other than that, like I said, I think I'm just at the point where it's like the game, due to the energy, it has nothing to do with the value of this. It doesn't. It's just not. My other call out for, you know, 11 days in, again, really early on in these games, a lot of times you don't figure out how this works until you get to like 30 days in. And then, you know, 2 or 3 months, you got your daily routine done. You know what the events are, what you're doing, if you're doing PvP, and you're just trying to figure out exactly what you're going to add. They have these banners that when you get to a certain level, there's something you're going to get for this. Whether it's tickets to recruit, whether it's gems that you're getting, which is cool. But I feel like and that's just what it is. It's just so annoying to go through the banners and look through them and like, all right, what has a logo? What has an icon that needs to be done or touched or whatever? Wish it was just, I guess, more fluent. The other thing is the gems. My gosh, they don't want you to get fucking gems in this game. Like, and I'm very surprised, because everything I heard about this game was very generous with your time. Now, yeah, you can pay for this and you get, you know, almost a year. I mean, obviously days have passed where you can get a 3-star. And then you have new banners versus the last video I made. You have new banners, but I don't mess with the banners unless it's a character I know of. I don't go that route. But you know, it is cool that they have this. You got your typical banner where it's like, hey, you can rate up, meaning you increase the rate for a certain character. You get to choose, and this is the character I want to go with, and, you know, try to get dupes of her and let her as support, you know, lead the team and do whatever they got to do. But man, 1,200 for these gems. They call it something else, and it's something with a P. But 1,200 for the gems. Then what happens is you get points. I think it's 200 points. We'll take a look here. 200 points. Yeah. So every time you pull, you're going to get this here. And the pulling probably works the same, meaning that if you pull one card, the odds of you getting a 3-star, 2-star, better, whatever, isn't that high. Versus if you just wait and be patient and pull a 2-star, a 10 draw, you're gonna get a better chance at getting higher ranked cards. But anyways, you get a chance to cash in these points for any of the characters I have on the list. Okay, and so it's cool because it gives you time to figure out exactly who it is that you're trying to add to your team. And especially as a new player, I think it makes it where you can get someone else. For instance, like, this is who I'm going with now, but I also want to go ahead and pick up this character. So I am right up for this one, so I can, get dupes, max her out, get her special weapon. But I'm also, waiting to get enough of these because this is the next character that I want to pick up, add to the team, and so forth. So that's just, again, but you would have to do your homework and find out, hey, look, do I want to go ahead and get this character here? Is this going to help me in what I'm trying to do? So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I don't know, this one for PvP, maybe this one, I don't know. Oh, maybe this one. Anyways, getting sidetracked. But yeah, they want a lot of fucking gems, and that's all the gems I have. Now, I did a video where we spent 10, but I haven't spent a damn thing since then. So I don't know if it was like, check the video, put in the comments, I don't know if it was like 3 or 4 days. Maybe it's just me being greedy and like, hey, look, it's only been, I know it feels like it's been a lot, but since your last video spending almost 12,000 gems, it has only been this many days. You're actually picking up some pretty good gems. Maybe that's what it is. Normally I try to find, maybe I'll try to do it this weekend, I try to find 2 sweet spots. One, how do you get free XP without doing the mission, right? So for solo leveling, like I said before, there's a video for solo leveling, you did the gates. If you did the gates, you got 3 bonuses for XP, and then XP every time you did the gates. And then if you wanted to, early on, or if you're stuck, it's really good to do it, you can turn the gems into keys for the gate activities, missions, to get the XP. I haven't figured that out yet here. The only thing that I figure, at least that's what makes sense, is if I use this to farm, that's how I get the XP. So if I just keep waiting, the game is going to refresh, more XP. The cafe is going to fill up, more XP, and that's it. And then once you get to a certain time, gate, you should be leveled up enough for the content ahead. Let me know in the comments if there's a mission in here or something that I could do that's like, hey, if you do XYZ, it's more XP than the missions, than running through those. Now, the other thing I try to find in a game is, how do you get the currency, the currency to recruit, right? There's a game with carrots. If you know it, you know it. But the only thing I found is story. So that's what I've been doing. I've been idle playing, and I don't know if I'm gonna mess with these 2 up here. But if you go in the main story, they have these chapters. You can go through the chapters, and when you're in the chapters, which it doesn't make it very clear. For like, give an example, right? Maybe it's just me. It's showing 3, right? I'm assuming that's chapter. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I'm live and confused, because when I read a book, that's the beginning. That's chapter 1, chapter 2. But it looks like, hey, look, here's chapter 3, but inside the chapter are other chapters. So maybe it's just me looking at it as a book versus looking at it like season 3, episode whatever. I don't know. That's probably what it is. But yeah, if you come in here and you do these storylines, what happens is you're going to get an opportunity to get gems. I just wish you can just, I don't want to say auto it, because I would hate to like idle it and just let it run. But it would be cool to say, hey, look, I understand that I can watch, like I said, this says all episodes clear. Hold on, let's see something. That says all episodes clear. Yeah, so is that finished? I'm figuring this out with you guys. So 3 is locked unless I do, okay. Cool, okay, so 3 is locked there. Let's go in here. All right, well, good. So we'll just let this play. But yeah, you'll get, and that's how I've been catching up, or at least getting some stones, is just going through the episodes. And this is what I mean by like the artwork for the episode is the same artwork you see in the background. Is the same for the character draw cards, but it's not the same as when you're doing a mission. Voiceover, like I said, is still slow. That's just what it is. I'm using it in the native voice language. I don't change it to anything else. So I do it with the subtitles, and that's just what it is. Each one of these, though, I'm not gonna lie, you can skip them. You can just go straight ahead and say, you know what, I don't feel like watching this. I just want, you know what I'm here for. I'm here for the gems. And you just hit this. But then again, you miss the story. But it's cool because it tells you what you're missing. It gives you cliff notes. Yeah, it gives you cliff notes. But yeah, so if you're trying to get something, there you go. And it still counts towards your dailies and stuff like that. So that's something to do. But yeah, you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here with me, a professor, a dean, if you would, at this university with these women, not girls, these grown ass women who want to date me. I want to date them. Apparently, I need to date them so that we can save the world together. Because if they're not madly in love with me, then how else are they going to get stronger? If that makes any sense to you, you've played enough gacha games, and hit the subscribe button, like, follow, comment for more. There's more games. I still got to play Nikki, whatever it's called, Goddess, whatever. I still got soul leveling. I got cookie runs, got some ridiculous updates coming out. And I'm playing a game where women are horses. Tina would be proud.